Impossible, impossible.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Javonte Williams. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Broncos and the Jags, and it's coming up next.
We are 15 miles due west of the arena, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. He didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Jones. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game. Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance to get some good opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jaguars. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 2, Lawrence looking middle, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Jaguars hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited, not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Hey, drop it, drop it.
On play action, Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking. Third, he couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Lawrence. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense, because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here, because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Williamson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We got you. Now they got 1st and goal. Yeah,
we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now a throw here to his running back. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. Off the draw, here's Williams. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Screen play set up for Williams. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Got his man. It's Dulcich. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he's got it across midfield and in the Denver territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw. Throw left side complete. That's big. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. 30 yards. As his guys have now moved out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. It's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Point after, right down the middle. The lead is now 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a Giants touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. Flushed it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Williams will try again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Jones going to throw on third and goal. This is caught. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
Hey, hold it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Fields in right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Williamson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
On the 6. Hey, 7.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Well, a close game like this, obviously we're at the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. But let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate. Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Williams is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now ETN to start the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, it's not a comeback killer, but a huge obstacle with time running down. Still time left for the comeback because they haven't hit the 2-minute warning. But a long way now to get to the first down marker, and you know that defense is charged up.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Jones now on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Saved back at the 29. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich, 29 yards. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down 20-17. A minute 51 on the clock. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Throwing now, Lawrence. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Working the sideline there, good route, good catch, first down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to let the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another tote for ETN. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. They'll run with ETN and trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution. A 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. He's got it to the 43 here. Back to throw. Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Lawrence. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. Charles, we were treated